So I am going on a trip pretty soon here, and since it's been a while since I've vlogged, edited, filmed videos, I thought what better way to get back in the swing of things than to do a little review on this thing. It is the DJI Mic Mini. I've heard great things about it, and best of all, it is wireless. So this should be really easy to use when I'm filming while traveling. So this, the DJI Mic Mini, the Mic 2, there's tons of reviews out there on the internet, and it's really saturated. So for this video, it is a review, but I'm gonna target it more towards my needs and use. And I really wanna test it out just so I get the swing of using it with my camera set up before I leave for my trip. I won't be explaining as much all the features and things like that, but more so how I am going to use the features or what features I don't intend to use for my purposes. Hopefully giving you more of an example of a use case versus just explaining all the features that it has. So let's open this thing up. Get a nice little sticker that comes with it. Comes in a really nice carrying case. You get 4 sets of these wind mufflers. We're gonna go with this grayish white kind because this one is the stronger wind muffler out of the two versus the black. Comes with a 3.5mm TRS audio cable, a USB-C to USB-A cable, and here is the charging case itself. Super small, compact, nice little touch there, DJI. Here is what's inside. It's blinking green, which I believe means the transmitters are paired to the receiver. And here is the mic itself. Super tiny, comes with a magnet, super strong magnet that you can use. I think that's the windscreen on one. On the mic, you have 2 buttons. You have a power button that is used to power on off, and you also have a pairing button. When it's blinking green, that means it's connected to the receiver. When it's blinking blue, that means it's connected by Bluetooth. Over on this side, there is also one light that represents the noise cancellation, but also if you press it once, it'll change the noise cancellation mode. So I turn on noise cancellation, then the yellow light will turn on, which represents that the noise cancellation is on. Attach the USB-C to the receiver. And here we are, the Mic Mini is up and running. Now first out of the box, this took me some time, but actually what you want to do is download the DJI Mimo app. We're going to go through the app in a bit more detail in a bit, but to get it paired to your phone, I think you need the app because it wasn't working with just plugging in the receiver straight away and going to voice memos or cameras and recording. Okay, first thing we want to do is check out the DJI Mimo app. Now you can pair the transmitters directly to the app, and there's some settings that you can change, but I'm not going to do that because I want to keep all those settings the way they are. I believe it's the lights on the transmitter themselves, which I want them to have lights, the ability to press the power button to turn on and off noise canceling, which I want to keep that as well. And then the third one is auto on off. After 15 minutes it turns off, and I want to keep that on as well. So I want to keep all those on. On the receiving side, what I want to see, noise cancellation, I want to keep it at basic. Audio channel, I want to keep it at stereo. So when I'm just recording with one mic, it will just record as mono. But when I have 2 mics, me and maybe a friend, we're both mic'd up, then it'll be stereo, switch between the left and the right channels. So I want them to split like that. Low cut off, auto off is turned on, and auto on off with camera. I want to turn this on as well for when I record my 70D. Clipping control on, that's fine. Transmitter settings, auto off, that's fine. Mic LED, power button for noise cancellation up. Those are the transmitter settings. So it seems here, in order to update the firmware of the transmitters, you do need to connect it to Bluetooth on the phone. Now that's fine for updating software, but I don't recommend you using Bluetooth with this transmitter just because the audio on the phone with just the transmitter is not great at all. You definitely need the receiver when you're filming on your iPhone or using voice memos. Now a big reason why I went with the Mic Mini is because it is so compact. I really have everything I need here, the USB-C adapter, the one receiver, the 2 transmitters with the wind muffs, and the TRS cable all fits within this charging case. So super easy to use, super easy to carry, don't really have to carry this big pouch around if I don't need to. But yeah, so hopefully it'll be pretty easy to use when I travel. Okay, I am currently walking and trying to find a good spot to test out some of this audio, just because ahead of my trip I want to see what it feels like to set it up, set the mic up with my cameras and all, just so that while I'm on the trip I don't want to be fumbling around, my backpack wide open, trying to plug in cables and things like that. And basically just trying to get a feel for it all before I leave. So I'm going to test out pulling it off my backpack, setting it up with both the cameras that I plan to bring on the trip, and seeing how that goes. Okay, so on my trip I plan on bringing 2 cameras. First, I have the Canon G7X Mark II with the Joby GorillaPod 3K kit. I like the G7X Mark II for my videos and for my vlogs mainly, but I'm also bringing this Canon 70D mainly for photography, because I will be going to some pretty scenic places. But if I ever want to take videos with this, I can as well. Okay, so the first scenario is with my 70D. So I'm walking, okay, I want to take it out. What do I do? I pull out the mic, set it down. Got the camera, set that down. Get the receiver out, put it on the cold shoe mount. Get out one of the microphones, attach it, get the TRS cable, plug it from the receiver here, this mic, into the on, cap off, and we are good to go, and I should be hooked up to the mic. Definitely took a little bit of time. I definitely knew what to do, but in the moment, if I'm in like a really hustling and bustling street, I don't know if I'm gonna have the composure to do that. But you know, it could be worse. This is pretty straightforward. What's nice too about the 70D is that the receiver turns off when you turn off the camera as well. So that's a nice bit. I can just put this back, and if I continue to carry it like this, that should be fine. And I can turn off my mic as well and just leave it clipped on my shirt like that. Alright, we've got the Canon 70D on the GorillaPod now. It's time to test out scenario 2, which is vlogging with my G7X Mark II. La-di-da, I'm in the streets, time to vlog. So what do? Got the camera, I set that down, I have the mic, I attach one clip to itself, attach it to the strap here. And I have the transmitter, which in the transmitter itself, I need to take off that, plug in the USBC connector, make sure it's snug, and then connect that to my phone. Go to the voice memos app, turn on this camera. See, my hands are a little full. Record, start recording here, and we should be good to go. The mic should be recording, and I'm recording on my vlogging camera. So, takes a little bit of time, not something you ideally want to do in a busy street or just on the street in general in a quick moment. I do have stuff just kind of laying out now. I guess you would put the mic away and then continue, and once you're done vlogging, you can stop the voice memo recording, stop the vlog recording, and you can just take your time to put things away. You don't need to rush to put things away.
Alright, I'm currently sitting outside. It's been thunderstorming quite a bit, but found a break in the rain to try this out. I want to go through and see what it's like to record in mono, stereo, and then post-editing stereo. So I have both of my mics set up right now. I have one right here that I'm holding. The other one I set up on that side of the other chair. And I'm pretty much just gonna go back and forth and so you can see what it sounds like. So I'm currently recording on mono. So left channel, right channel, it should sound the same. Now I'm going to change it to stereo, and you can see the light here right now is green, but if we double tap, now it's stereo. That was also one thing I wanted to figure out, was that could you change from mono to stereo while recording, and it seems like the answer is yes. So now we're back here recording in stereo. So I think right now the right channel should be louder than the left. Test, test. Now you should hear the left channel be slightly louder. And now you should feel that both are pretty equal, because I've gone into editing and I've edited the audios to practically be mono. So if I have a friend and we're both mic'd up, in post-production I'll be able to edit the audio so that each of our voices, when we're speaking, will fill both channels. Alright, so I have here a clip where I recorded in the stereo audio, and I think it'd be good to show what it looks like in CapCut, because this was one thing I was wondering as well. One thing I realized is that when you're on stereo and you are recording through the camera or whatever, your audio actually only goes to one channel, like the left or the right. So I stumbled upon this Reddit thread, and I think someone had a pretty similar question to what I had. And I think this is the key to how we do this. Okay, so first thing we want to do, we want to right click on the clip and then we want to extract the audio. That completely extracts the audio out of the clip, separating audio and the video. Now when you use two mics, you actually want to duplicate the audio, because like I said, one mic is recording the right channel and the other is recording the left channel. And then with each, you want to go into the right hand side here, go down to fill channel, and you want to, with one, fill right with the left, and with the other, fill the left with the right. So that in a way makes each channel its own mono audio, and that is how you do it. Two other questions I had was, one, do I need to turn it off before putting it back into the charging case? And well, the short answer is no. You obviously can, like I tried doing it, but the second you put it in the charging case and it hits the charger, its lights start flickering, and I don't think it makes a difference. I think it'll do that whether you leave it on and putting it back into the charging case, or you turning it off and putting it back into the charging case. So you only really need to turn it off when you leave it out and you're not using it anymore, and then turning it back on to use it. One thing I've noticed is that the USB-C adapter to the DJI Mic Mini is a little fidgety, and sometimes it doesn't connect to my phone on the first try. So you can see I take it off, I take the USB-C adapter off, and this is the hardest part. I think when you put it on, you really want to make sure it clicks. I'm not sure if it clicked there. And like I've been saying, after plugging it in, you always want to check the Mimo app to see if it's connected. So this is a perfect example. I have it plugged in all the way, I think, but it's showing up as no device found. So what I tend to do, I tend to just have to take off the adapter, and then put it back on, which is a little annoying to do. But there, I think it clicked a bit better this time. And there you go, it's connected. So like I said, could be a little annoying to have to do that while you're out and about, but something to consider. So my final thoughts on this mic, I think it's great. I mean, it's the first time I've had a wireless mic like this, so I'm like really excited to try it out. One thing, as you guys see, especially when I'm vlogging with my G7X Mark II, it is quite the bummer that it can't connect to external audio and I have to use my phone to record. So that's just one extra thing I have to deal with. Now, I don't think most of the vlogging I'm gonna do is going to be with the mic. I think the mics are only reserved for times when I'm sitting down. I kind of have a bit more time to get set up. Times when I'm monologuing a bit or debriefing, telling you about my day, telling you about what we're doing for the day, things like that, where it's a bit more chill, just because I don't want to deal with the hassle of setting everything up, especially after experiencing it today. Obviously, This is the first day that I've had it, so I only get better with time. But I feel like my anxiety with fear of losing something and also having to do it in the middle of a street where there's tons of people around me is just a little bit stressful for a trip/vacation. So then I think a lot of you are asking the same question, why not just get a DJI Osmo Pocket 3? And I absolutely agree with you. I think I will have to bite the bullet. I just haven't yet. But I think that would just make my world so much easier, especially since I'm planning on bringing 2 cameras for 2 very different things. The G7X Mark II for vlogging and videography, and then the 70D for photography. So the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is a better video camera than the Canon G7X Mark II, and it's also way smaller, way more compact. I don't have to worry about bringing more batteries. And on top of that, it's native to the DJI ecosystem. So I don't even need to worry about a receiver when I want to use these mics. They'll connect directly to the Osmo Pocket 3 and they will record natively wirelessly through the Osmo Pocket 3. Thank you for watching. I hope this review was comprehensive and also showed you a different perspective on this camera that not a lot of other reviews, unboxing videos are showing, and hopefully helping inform you a bit better of your decision of whether to get it or not. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see more vlogs. And I hope you have a great day.